Itsamee Mario. What is up, my friends, and welcome back to new story time with Mario. And today it's gonna be a big one. We're gonna be talking about my circumcision. It's a crazy story, and in this video for the first time I'm gonna talk about my experience of what it was really like to live through this, the before and after. I'm gonna reveal everything, so it's gonna be very intense, so make sure to watch until the very end. Subscribe to the channel for more story time videos. And now let's begin with the first obvious question, which is, hey Mario, why the f in the world would you get circumcised as an adult, bro? Like, why would you do that, bro? And that is a very valid question, my friend, because my whole life back in Germany, where I'm from, I grew up with a foreskin. It was like comfortably covering my schlongdong. I was wiggling around my foreskin on campus in school. It was a beautiful life, but there's three main reasons why I got circumcised. First of all, I had hygiene anxiety. I don't know if you're circumcised, if you're not circumcised. I don't know if you even have a penis, but penises sometimes can smell. So when I was younger, I was so afraid of anybody touching little Winky down there because I was afraid that it was gonna smell bad. Because even if you wash, people say always, yeah, you should just wash. I shower every single day, bro. But like once you hit like 4 p.m. and that's usually around blowjob time, it happens, right? So I want to be always prepared and never pull out my Winky and then leave a bad first impression. Because guys, I had a nickname in high school. All my friends called me Shiny Dick. And I didn't want it to become Smelly Dick. Reason number 2 why I got circumcised is love, guys. I shared this in my last video. I was in love with a beautiful Turkish girl by the name of Gizem. And in her culture, for generations, the men have been circumcised for religious reasons. And she told me literally that her dad doesn't like my dick. Not because it's 4.5 inches. No. He was cool with that. He didn't like the fact that it was uncircumcised. So I wanted to fit in more. I'm a motherfucking people pleaser. So I just wanted to make him happy. Wanted to make Gizem happy. And I got circumcised. And Gizem also told me that in Turkish culture, there's like a sugar fest where like the young boys, when they get circumcised, they get like gifts. They get a lot of attention from their moms. And I've always been insecure about my mom being so distant, not loving me enough. So I thought by getting circumcised, I could secure my love with Gizem and also with my mother in a weird way. And reason number 2 is that I just always want to be different, right? In Germany, every single motherfucking kid in Germany is uncircumcised, but I wanted to be the one kid in high school whooping out a circumcised, beautiful, glowing, shiny dick. Is that too much to ask? I don't want to go over the procedure too much, but I went in there and they put 2 big injections right next to my nuts to numb the area locally. And then he just cut the thing off and I was consciously watching it. There was blood everywhere. And when you get circumcised, it does not end with the pain in the moment, because for 2 weeks, every single time I would get an erection, it fucking hurts because I got stitches on my dick. Once it expands, it would hurt like a mother. You know, I watched Black Swan with Natalie Portman, my biggest crush in the entire world. And my penis would start responding. My dick would be like, meow, you know, trying to make something happen. I'm like, no, Winky, stop, we can't do this right now. And he's like, meow. And guys, there was one moment I will never forget. I was at the movie theater with my mother and had to pee. It's still painful to talk about this right now. I closed the zipper of my pants and the stitches of my dick got stuck in the zipper of my pants, bro. I just felt so helpless, dude. And in that moment of desperation, helplessness, there's only one thing a man can do, which is you ask your mom for help. So my mom walks in, helps me remove my penis stitches from my pants. And I realized it was the first time my mom saw my dick since I was like 7 years old. And she looked up at me and she goes, son, it's like nothing's changed, you know? And that is when I realized that I had a really small penis. Just kidding, guys, it's massive. Alright guys, back to the program. Category number 1 is masturbation. And I know for a lot of men that's a very important thing. For me personally, for some fucking reason I stopped masturbating, because when I was younger I was masturbating all the fucking time. And I also could, before I got circumcised, I did it on a fucking train. I have one story where I even like was at a hairdresser. I opened up a magazine, there was a picture of Natalie Portman. I got really aroused and under the robe of the fucking hairdresser while I was getting a haircut, I wanked one out, bro. I'm not ashamed to say it, you know, we've all done things like that, haven't we? Haven't we? Come on guys, please tell me I'm not the only one, because it was so easy as a teenager with a foreskin, because you have this like insane friction. Every time you move up and down, you have so much like foreskin wrapping around your penis, just creating this like motion. After I got circumcised, I have to get a motherfucking subscription for Filipino organic coconut oil. So the days of just going to an airplane or walking down the boulevard and wanking one out are over for me. So I have to give this category 100% to uncircumcised uncircumcised penises. So if you're thinking about getting circumcised and you love masturbating, definitely reconsider that, because it definitely changes the whole game. Alright, category number 2 is called I come very fast, bro. And especially when I was a teenager, whenever I had sex, which was not a lot, I was just way too excited though, to the point where I wouldn't even enjoy sex a lot of times because I was so in my head of like, don't come, fuck, I did it again, you know what I mean? It's like this premature ejaculation thing, which I have to say might also be due to the fact that I was just very inexperienced sexually and had a lot of like performance anxiety because I always want to be good at everything I do. So once you have that pressure, then you come even faster. I think it's like a vicious cycle. So I got circumcised, and I will say that I last way longer now. I don't know if that is because I started meditating. I don't know if that's because I started doing Kegel exercises, or just due to the fact that I have a lot more sexual experience. But based on the fact that there's lots of studies saying that uncircumcised people last longer in bed, I'm gonna give this one to circumcised penises. Good job guys. Category number 3 is called hygiene anxiety, and that one I'm just gonna straight up give it to circumcised penises. Good job again, guys. Like when I wash my dick now in the shower, it feels like I'm washing my hands. You know, there's a lot more air that's just surrounding it. I feel like bacteria would not have a chance to like gather. I don't know how gay people do it with anal intercourse, because that for me would be the ultimate level of hygiene anxiety. So that is something. I think douching is an option. That definitely is also one thing that makes me insecure and maybe prevents me also from fully engaging in gay sexual activities. But again, I just feel like a circumcised willy is cleaner. Alrighty, then we have penis category number 4, which is the aesthetic appearance of a schlongdong. And this is highly subjective, obviously. But for me, I always liked how my anteater looked like. So it was like this little stump next to my balls, right? And then you had like this extra little Santa head that would give me an extra half an inch. And when you're working with like 4.5 inches, an extra half inch is a lot, like percentage-wise, you know? When you're broke, getting like a COVID stimulus check of like $1,400 is a big fucking deal. If you're Reno Gold making 120K a month on OnlyFans, nah, you don't care so much, you know? It kind of looks like Jar Jar Binks from Star Wars, you know? And I always like that character a lot. But when it gets rock hard, it kind of transforms. Whereas a circumcised dick just kind of looks like, I don't know, like maybe like this Star Wars character here, which I never really liked. So I would say appearance-wise, 100% I'm gonna give it to an uncircumcised penis. Good job, natural penis. You're beautiful. Don't let anybody tell you otherwise. I just talked to an imaginary penis. I think I have a problem. Alright guys, it is a tight race. We're at 2-2 between the battle of circumcised and uncircumcised willies. And now let's get to the final category. Because I told you before, guys, that I always want to be somebody who is different than other people. I live my life differently, my sexuality. What I do in life, it's very unconventional, and I wanted that to also be represented with my winky down there. And in Germany, it worked out. I felt cool for a second. All my friends were asking me, my grandpa was asking me, hey Mario, what's it like? You know, have you taken that thing for a test ride yet? What's it like being different? And I always liked that. You know, I was sitting in the back of like the classroom with a cigarette, with my uncircumcised willy hanging out. I just felt cool with my leather jacket and my face tats. But then I moved to America, to the United States, only to find out that every single one of you motherfuckers in the United States is circumcised. I was like, fuck man, I can't win at this shit. I can't win at this, because now I'm one of many. I didn't know that every single man gets circumcised at the age of 0. I think it's because Kellogg's, the cereal company, was like highly Christian, and they didn't want dudes to masturbate. And I think that's not cool. I think you should have adults make up their own mind, make up their own decision of getting circumcised, because when they're grown-up adults, they can make smart decisions that they're not gonna regret. That's what I thought. But now looking back at the 5 categories, I will say that I do regret getting circumcised a little bit, because at the end of the day, I think coming fast was more in my head than anything, and just due to a lack of experience. Hygiene anxiety is also pretty mental. Like, you can always take care of it down there, you just have to put in some extra effort to clean it. And I think an uncircumcised dick would just fly a lot more on OnlyFans as well. And even though masturbation is not super important in my life, I just miss wanking one out while I get a haircut. I don't know about you, but that's just something I miss. Sometimes when I look back, I miss that shit, and that's why I do regret it. It also cost some money. It was very painful. So if you're thinking about this, really think about it long and hard. Just like my penis. Too many penis jokes, Mario. You gotta stop. No, I mean, on a serious note, guys, this is something that is pretty much irreversible. I've never heard of like a circumcision reversal surgery. That seems like a little sketch. And also in America, I think you're gonna be one of the cool kids. And that is when I pass the question on to you, my beautiful viewers and subscribers on YouTube, because I'm genuinely curious what you prefer. Do you prefer circumcised penises, uncircumcised penises, a mix, half and half? I don't know what I'm talking about. I get so sidetracked when I film these videos. No, genuinely, share your experience in the comments below. I read every single one of your comments, and I'm also thinking about maybe doing another street interview where I actually interview people about their penises. I think that's gonna be some great content. I'm curious what they prefer here in Europe versus in America. Maybe I'm gonna make something happen here while I'm here in Berlin. I'm also gonna go to Barcelona after, so make sure to subscribe to the channel, like this video, check out some other fun videos I made here on my channel, and thanks for watching. I love you.